Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to this week of Skep Live Online, a production of University of Hawaii Presents, based at the University of Hawaii at Manoa Outreach College. I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Hawaii State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, the National Endowment for the Arts, the University of Hawaii, and Kawanua Senior Services. We're especially excited to have you join us this week and would love to stay in touch. So give us your comments and questions through today's chat window and let us know what you are thinking. Also, if you send your email to csinfo, that's CSINFO at hawaii.edu, you'll get notices about upcoming programs. We are excited to have with us this week one of Hawaii's leading storytellers, Gere. Jeff is celebrated for his physical style of storytelling, and he's the former drama specialist for Oahu's Department of Parks and Rec, and still goes and tells at the summer fun programs throughout parks on Oahu. He produced the Talk Story Festival, Talk Story Radio, and Story TV, and performs regularly across Hawaii and around the world. So you don't want to hear me, but we do want to hear Jeff. So let's get right to it. Here he is, Jeff Gere.
Hey, my pods are out. My life is full. I am happy to be with you. I am touching the little button to make my view copaesthetic. I would like to warn you before we get too far into this program that today I am compelled to tell you two tales of supernatural nature which are very disturbing to me, and I know what's coming. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't like to get freaked out by stories or I don't know if it's good. Well, I'm just saying, we're going to get somewhere dark and brooding today. Let's begin with the first story. The first story is about me in my Department of Parks and Recreation hat. I was just coming off of what the city staged for several years in Kualoa Beach Park, hula camp. I don't do hula, but I went to hula camp because I wanted to learn something. The first day, and I'm talking 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon, 3 hours in the evening, intense kahiko, the ancient form, down low, lots of legs, lots of movements like it. And then the second day was awana, the softer one with the chilangalang, the guitars and the ukuleles. I learned one song each day. The second day, it was all about a racehorse going around Kapiolani Park. It was really nice to do. It was fun, and I did a little better with the kahiko. And then the third day there was like a luau. Okay, so that Monday comes, and it's my job to go to the senior center at Mo'iliili at the base of Manoa. Yeah. So I showed up at the senior center. It's got a parking lot and then a triangle little grass area. I walk across the grassy area. I can hear the music. And guess what? They were playing exactly the song that I had just learned the hula to. I was like, whoa, what are the chances? And I jumped in the room, and the horses are riding along the road. Yeah, I was so excited. It was really the one song I knew a hula to. And the seniors were like, oh, yo, bling, 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 bling. Oh, we're off to a great start. And of course, I told stories, and some of them were spooky. And afterwards, I ate cookies and hang out with the people. And so eventually I worked my way around to the band. Big giant Hawaiian guy, puka belly, big belly, holes in his shirt, his t-shirt. Oh man, that was awesome. You was awesome. Oh brother, that was fun. He takes his ukulele, puts it inside of a case. We're starting to talk. He says, hey, you told those spooky stories? Brother, I used to think that stuff was just gumbo, just junk, nothing really. But nah, there's something to that. My house, my family, something happened. Things happened in my family. After that, I know spirits around us. The old stuff is still alive and interacting with the people who are alive now. It's for real. I say, oh, so you have a story to share. What you like here? Well, okay, I wait for the wife. I got 3 daughters. The youngest one is what I call sensitive. She see things, she hear things, she talk about stuff that nobody else can see. You know how that goes? So this senior center like go on field trips. My wife organized them. And they get a bus. They're going to Mokuleia, way out on the tip of the island, you know, over the island on the bus. All the ladies go, and then down to the other side and turn and go to the end of the road where it's stop. And then you got to hike to go down where the rough terrain 4-wheel drive guys go. But still is remote, is beautiful. And my wife want to go. Well, she go with her friends, but me, I got a friend already. He got a truck and we're going to go fishing. So we get our bait together, all the tackle and stuff, and we drive our truck. We meet him where the road stop, where the big rocks is. We walk out on the point and we come to one little tiny little bay, all sweet, room for shade. And we set them up. We throw out our lines like that. We sit in the bay, we suck up a few, talk a little bit of sashimi. And after a while, I looking at going out or looking in the water, just, no big deal, just looking around. And hey, for real, right there in the water, I see him, is a rock, go like this, fat at the top, then come together, and then out, big and round. Brother, I went see 1 pounder in the water. For real. A point. Oh, ancient times. I pick him up. I come back. I go, hey, show everybody. I found 1 point pounder. This is for real. Awesome. Oh, good luck, man. I set him down. All day we talk like that. I show him to everybody who goes around. I was so excited. Oh, how many times you find something ancient right there in your face, huh? I feel blessed. So the sun stuff will go down. Everybody's starting to go back to the bus. My wife say, come with us, leave the tackle. I got my point pounder. And I'm walking up the steps to go into the bus. And the bus driver go, hey, what you got there? Hey, bro, I found this point pounder, for real. Oh, in the water, I found him. He's good luck, huh? Not good luck. That point pounder been here for a long time. You don't get the right to just take it away and say, it's yours. It's not yours. It belonged to the place. You come on this bus with that point pounder, then I get off. I'm not driving anybody who takes stuff like that. Forget it. You come on with that and I go away. Or you go somewhere else and get home another way. Who need you? I go back to my friend. He got the truck. Well, when I get home, I take the point pounder and I put him way deep down under the bonsai tree that my wife all fussy over, way in the back. So nobody gonna mess with my point pounder. He's safe, huh? Nobody knows it's there but me. That's when it started. I say the 3 daughters, right? The sensitive one. At nighttime, she got her own room. The other 2 share a bedroom, but the 3rd is for the little girl. In the night, I hear moaning and wailing. I wake up in my bed. I go down the hallway. I open her door. And I see her in the covers. Dad, no mess with me, huh? Hey, go away, go. I say, wait, baby. I try to comfort her, try to wake her up. She can't wake up. I stay with her for an hour before she settled down. In the morning, she say, Daddy, did you see him? Who? In the yard, the man. What man? The man with the cape. Red, yellow, and he got the hat that goes up like this. I think Igalii, the Hawaiian chief, that night, it started again. Now, the senior center is clearing out. People are going. And it was about now that the woman who's the wife of this musician telling me the story comes over, tugs on his shirt, and starts out the door. He goes, well, but for real, this stuff's happening, and this is a real story. But anyway, spock you later. Thanks for listening. I got to go. He grabs his ukulele case and heads out the door. I'm a fish that's caught. I'm like, oh, no. Don't leave me like that. Don't, come on. You got to help me here. And I'm starting to like follow the guy across the parking lot. And he goes up to a Mercedes. The back pops up. He puts his ukulele in it, shuts it. And I'm like, come on, you can't leave me hanging. You leave me in the middle of the story. What happened to the little girl, your daughter? You got to tell me, man. What happened? Oh, he starts talking to his wife. She goes over to the thrift store. And he comes back. He's like, oh, this is really hard to talk to you about. Okay, I talked to you. The second night, I hear again down there. I wake up because my little girl is moaning, and I get out of bed and I walk down the hallway. I open the door, and there she is. She's in the covers going, no. She's all confused. I come, I try to hold her. She's hitting me. She's like, no, tell him to go away. Tell him to go, get away out of here. Another hour in my arms, fighting me, and no can wake up. And the next morning, she go, Daddy, it hurts. And she showed me her arms. Black and blue marks all over her arms and her legs too. Everything from been hitting and beating on her. She's turning black and blue, bro. This too much. But the third night, again I wake up. Again the wailing. Down the hallway, open the door. My little girl is floating. You know what I'm saying to you? The girl is I jump on her. I pull her down. She wailing and screaming, Daddy, no. Daddy, help. This not one make-up story. This for real. This way over my head. Right then, I go out the door. I go and reach under the bonsai tree. I get the little point pounder out. I get back in my truck. In the middle of that night, I'm driving across Oahu, across the hump of Wahiwa, down the other side to Haleiwa. I turn left. I go to Mokuleia. I come to the bump of the road where the rocks is. The sky behind me. I'm walking with the point pounder. I go into the bay. Into the nice little bay, all shiny and bright. And I take the point pounder and I put him back in the same place where I would find him. And then I say, hey, I don't know how to talk to you guys, but I bring back the point pounder. I leave him right where I found him, huh? So leave us alone. I'm begging you. Leave us alone, okay? Just leave us alone. Many times people that aren't from these islands ask me, do you juice these up? Do you make things up like that? I would never dare to tell you this story unless it was truly told as it was told. That's the story that was told to me. Respect the traditions, for the traditions are still alive in the islands of Hawaii that I call home. And now, my friends, to the second story, which I forgot for a good 20 years until I was in one of these Zoom story festival swap groups at the end of a whole afternoon of workshops, none of which I remember. And I suddenly remembered this story. Hold on. We were on tour. It was Sandra McLeese, who lives on the Big Island, spectacular storyteller, and Makia Mala was also on the tour. Makia is Hawaiian, full-blooded, massive Hawaiian guy, 250, 300 pounds, maybe 6'2". Makapo, he's blind, always wears sunglasses because he has no eyes. He has no eyes because he suffers from Hansen's disease. He's a survivor of leprosy. Lived in Kalapapa for many years until he got bored. Then he came to the university and earned degrees. Phenomenal intellect, great humor, great heart. I love Makia. We toured together forever in many situations. Anyway, I was his guide dog on many of those tours, making sure that he didn't stumble even when we had the guide dog. Okay, so it was Makia and it was Sandra McLeese. And it was one of those tours where we were in Makawao staying at Hui no Iao. We didn't have a show till the afternoon, which was rare. I like to put them to work. Let's go down through Makawao. Let's turn right. Let's go towards Pukalani. We're going along, and there's a sign that says, garage sale. Who doesn't like a garage sale? We pull in. It takes us a little while to unpack from the van. The other, I think Sandra and whoever were going off into the yard. I got Makia of dog poop, wasn't cleaned up, some flies, some worn out shirts. There's little stairs going up to the kitchen. Come right in. Don't stay outside. There's nothing to see down below, so I go inside. Open cat food containers, dishes in the sink, and a lady sitting there who looks like she's been sucked in way too many cigarettes, way too much liquor for way too many years. Just an impression. Oh, you all storytellers. Well, I got some stories I can tell. Uh-oh. When I see her, my spine starts to light up. I know this lady. Maybe 5 years before, my daughter, the younger one, was doing whale papers for 5th grade. And there was a big, like a boutique that's in Hauula, way remote, end of the island. Tourists going by might pull in and buy a T-shirt kind of place. And and a big painting of a whale. So we got out of the car and went across to learn about whales. And she was the shopkeeper. Oh, yes, here. I see you want to know. Well, I don't know about whales, but pretty soon we were sucked into a vortex of the Rainbow Bridge in Mexico, the house on the hill, the weapons, the torture room. Walked out of there quivering. And here she was again. I'm like, oh, I think we got to go. I forgot. We've got a date. Come on, you guys. Come on. But Sandra says, no, I'd like to hear her. Oh, I've got a story for you, dear. Have you ever had that sensation that when you're body surfing and you're too far back on the wave and the wave is breaking and you're on the back of it, it's sucking you over and you're like, no, 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 no. I had that feeling. Yeah. You know, those fits come and go for me. But it was on me something fierce. That question, is God a God of love? And can he love someone like me? And I wanted to know. And I decided I would put my God to a test and find out if he loved me or not. I was living in New Orleans then. And I walked out of my trailer and I went to the walked over the guardrail. I was walking along the shoulder of the road. You know, there's a lot of 16-wheelers. I only had on my little furry bedroom slippers and my nightgown, but I thought, I'll give myself to God. God, if you're there, be with me. Protect me. Lead me where I need to go tonight. I am your servant. Show me your face. I am here for you. I walked down the road. It was dark and there were some trees up ahead. And then I saw some men that said, hey, come on, man. Hey, baby, come on, step over the railing. Come on down there. We got a fire for you. Make you all warm and hot and all toasty. And I went down that road. I went down the embankment, and behind me, the boys was following behind. They didn't get too close because they was right there in the fire. I saw an old woman. She must have been as old as time itself. Oh, she was. Oh, yeah, she was old. And as I walked up, I had the feeling, she's a killer. God be with me. Is this where you want me to go? And she looked up. Well, look what the boys brought in. And I said, I'm a killer, all right. I eat meat and I kill so I can eat. I'm a killer, all right. But I kill for fun. Okay. You want to know if your God is with you? You really want to know? Right. And I'm going to give you a chance, girly girl. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you 3 chances, 3 sounds. And if you get any of them right, I'll let you live. But if you miss them all, and I think that's what's going to happen, I'll give you to the boys. They're hungry too, you know. You mean, and I thought to myself, God in heaven, you live in me. They say you are love and you have a great heart, that you love even the sinners like me, the forsaken and the forlorn. Lord, do not desert me now, my God, oh heaven, please be with me. But I didn't have time to think. Because as soon as I did, she said, now listen up, boy. Little girl, I'll give you that first thing to listen to, and you better get it right. See if you can. Shut your eyes now. Shut your eyes. You're going to need everything you got to listen. And I closed my eyes, and I prayed to God. And I listened. Listen close! The sound was like water being spun. Well, did you get it? Do you have an idea what I'm getting to, huh? Do you know what I'm talking about, girly girl? Do you know yet? And I said, I don't know. I don't know what you could be dreaming about there, girl. That's what I figured. I'll tell you what it is. Do you know the name of the river that they take the dead from the living? You talk about it in the Greeks. They talk about it in the Egyptians. It's the river Styx. And what you're hearing is the sound of the oarsman. You pay him with the nickels that they leave in your eyes. And when he's ready, he takes you across that water from the living to the dead. The sound you heard were his oars. That's one. And now, girl, better close your eyes. We're coming up to sound number 2. Close them now. And this is what I heard. What? What is it? Got an idea, huh? I did. No idea. I said, God above, please help me. I am in a time of need here. I need you to tell me. What is it? Tell me what you hear, and what is it? I don't know, some kind of tearing action, some ripping. Get better at that. I don't know what you hear, and you got to tell me what it is. Okay, time's up. What you heard, girly girl, is the carrion crows. They're ripping the bodies of the dead apart. Ripping them up. That's the sound of skin being torn. That's the sound of skin that's being flayed. You missed it. That's 2. Now, number 3. Try again. Close your eyes. I pray to God above. Give me strength, give me words, give me insight. Show your love to me and save my life. It's not my time. It's not my time. I am an open vessel. Shut up and listen. This is what I heard. Well, what is it? Whereas before I had no idea. This time my prayers were answered. And the words came flooding through me, and I knew what to say. God spoke to me and his words came through me. That is the last sound of life in the body of those who are dying. But I ain't dying. I am alive in the love of the Lord. And he loves me. And therefore am I reborn, and therefore do I live again. God has all power. He has saved me. I am alive. I have breath in my body. That is not the end. That is the beginning of my life with the Lord. Be gone. You have no power over me. My Lord is the mighty sword that smites all, vanquishes all enemies, and I am loved. I am loved. And I walked away from those men. All the men, let it go, let it go. When I went up to that walkway, I went past the guardrail. I ran down the highway, past back through the fence, back into my trailer. I threw myself into bed. I pulled my covers up and I went, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The God of light is with me. And he has found a way to love sinners like me in my hour of need. God be praised. God be praised. I said, we gotta go. Without a word, all of us got up and left that house. Got in the car. Never said a word about it. 3 years later, I said to Sandra, remember that garage sale and the woman with the test of God? Yeah, said Sandra. That was bizarre. And the truth is, I forgot all about it until I was in a story festival swap for stories, just anybody. And it came pounding through the back of my head, found its way to my tongue for that meeting. And this is the second time I've shared it. The story of the garage sale and the woman's test. Amen. And now I'm going to put in my iPad. My iPods. There we go. I hear you, Tim. I told you they were tough stories.
They are. They definitely were. Have you ever run across a story that you were like reluctant to tell?
I have told stories that I'm reluctant to tell because of the response of the audience. I know stories that are too disturbing for people to hear. Traditional Hawaiian tales, particularly, that are just too bizarre, and they reveal things about shamanism and spell throwing and curses, and people don't like to hear that stuff. So I don't do that. I really choose a really rare occasion when that's appropriate. Perhaps this is one of those offenses.
No.
I hope you all enjoy.
I did not mean it in that way. No.
Yeah. Well, through the power of Zoom, we are somewhat detached from each other. It's much more intense when I'm in your same living space.
Certainly. What is it about the I mean, you have sort of a reputation for telling the spooky story, whatever. What sort of brought you to that, led you to that, or What do you find about it that appeals to you?
Alchemy. I have no idea. People come up to me and tell me the most bizarre, most intimate, personal, disturbing tales. Like commonly, like, hey, bro, you like hear something? He was telling that story. I was born on Halloween. That might be something to do with my
Might be.
astrological makeup. But, and you know, the thing is that we often don't prize our own experience, especially when it comes to supernatural things, or we think, oh, that's nothing, or, you know, oh, whatever. But what I keep running into is that these are phenomenal oral narratives. This is literature if it's written down. This is high culture, but it's passed off in the context of just like a talk story after a show, or in the supermarket, or at a garage sale. But it's the storyteller who says, oh, no, I'm going to spend my living, waking, breathing time to roll it on my tongue, to shape it as an emotional experience for an audience, which is not often the way it comes into my ears. It takes a kind of dedication and because you're going over a landscape of emotions and settings and people, and that's the art of storytelling, right? For the audience. It's for the audience. I know the stories even before I told you. How about that?
Right.
And I also have spent a lot of time shaping them for audiences to have an emotional experience.
Well, you do a fabulous job, and we're lucky to have you, and lucky to have you be here.
Yeah.
Did you want to share your email again with our audience, so that if
Oh,
anyone is
that's right.
interested in communicating directly with Jeff,
Thank you,
he's
Tim.
happy to hear from you.
Yeah. Because when we were on Zoom, now we're on live YouTube streaming. I'd get notes from people that say, well, I want to talk to you about that story, or blah, 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 blah. Anyway, if you like me, you want to say something to me, you can. Don't say I didn't invite you.
That's Jeff Gere, 1031.
And tomorrow I'm going to tell
Gmail.
stories of, yeah. And tomorrow I'm going to share 3 tales I collected in the 90s when I went to American Samoa with Makia, the leprosy guy, again.
Oh, wonderful.
So come on back tomorrow. We'll do some more stories.
Yeah, we're excited for that as well. So yes, please come back tomorrow. And I want to thank our sponsors once again, the National Endowment for the Arts, the Hawaii State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, the University of Hawaii, and Koinoa Senior Services, and you, our audiences, for being here with us. So 10 a.m. tomorrow, same time, same channel. Please come back. Be safe, and aloha.
Amen. Aloha, everyone.